The story opens at the Galactic Council's annual military showcase on the neutral station called Haven. Representatives from dozens of alien races gather to display their newest warships and weapons. The atmosphere buzzes with pride and competition. As each species tries to outdo the others, Captain Tom Blake stands beside Earth's newest creation, the SS Thunder. The ship looks plain compared to the gleaming vessels around it. Where other ships have crystal hulls that shimmer with energy or sleek metal that seems to bend light itself, the Thunder appears almost crude. Its dark gray hull shows simple lines and basic design. No fancy decorations or glowing symbols mark its surface. The alien delegates walk past Earth's display with barely hidden amusement. Admiral Kex of the Helix Empire stops to examine the human ship. His 4 arms cross as he studies the vessel with his 3 purple eyes. He speaks loudly enough for others to hear. "Is this some kind of cargo ship?" Kex asks. "Where are the plasma cannons, the shield generators, the quantum drives?" Captain Blake keeps his face calm. It has everything it needs. A crowd gathers around the human display. Commander Vex from the Star Union joins the conversation. Her silver skin gleams as she laughs. Humans always think simple is better. But in space warfare, you need power. You need technology that can break through enemy defenses. The crowd grows larger. More aliens point and whisper. Some take pictures to share with their home worlds. The Thunder becomes the joke of the showcase. General Zane of the Iron Fleet approaches with heavy steps. His massive frame towers over. "The human captain. I heard Earth finally built a real warship. This looks like a mining vessel with a few guns attached." Blake's jaw tightens, but he says nothing. His crew members shift uncomfortably behind him. They have worked for years on this project. Every system on the ship represents human engineering. At its finest, Dr. Lisa Park, the ship's chief engineer, steps forward. The Thunder may not look impressive, but its capabilities. Capabilities? Kex interrupts. What can it do that our ships cannot do 10 times better? Our newest destroyer can level a planet in minutes. Can your little ship do that? The human delegation exchanges glances. They know something the aliens do not. Earth's military has developed new technology in secret. The Thunder carries weapons that no other species has ever seen. As the day continues, more alien commanders visit the human display. Each one makes jokes about Earth's simple warship. They compare it to their own vessels with pride. The Helix. Ships glow with energy shields. The Star Union vessels move with impossible grace. The Iron Fleet cruisers bristle with massive weapons. News reporters from across the galaxy interview the alien commanders. They all say the same thing. Humans are trying to play in a lead beyond their abilities. Earth's military technology lags behind by centuries. Captain Blake listens to every insult with growing anger. His crew stands behind him, ready to defend their ship with words if needed. But Blake raises his hand to keep them quiet. "Let them laugh," he whispers to his team. Tomorrow's combat trials will speak louder than words. The showcase ends with a grand ceremony. Each ship fires a demonstration shot at a target asteroid. The alien vessels put on spectacular displays. Beams of pure energy cut through space. Explosive rounds turn rock into dust. Gravity weapons bend. Matter itself. When Earth's turn comes, the Thunder fires a single simple projectile. It hits the target and leaves a clean hole. No explosion. No light show. Just efficient destruction. The alien crowd laughs harder than before. Even their weapons are boring. Someone shouts. Admiral Kex shakes his head in disgust. Humans will never understand true warfare. They still think kinetic weapons can compete with energy technology. As the aliens celebrate their advanced ships, Captain Blake looks up at the stars. Tomorrow, the real tests begin. Combat trials will pit ship against ship in mock battles. Winners earn respect and trade agreements. Losers face shame and isolation. The human crew returns to their quarters on the station. They pass groups of aliens still making jokes about the thunder. Dr. Park clenches her fists. They have no idea what they're dealing with, she mutters to Blake. Good, Blake replies. Let them stay ignorant. Surprise is our greatest weapon. The chapter ends with the thunder floating alone in its docking bay. While other ships gleam with lights and activity, the human warship sits dark and quiet. But deep inside its hull, systems wait in readiness. Systems that will soon shock the entire galaxy into silence. The next morning brings the combat trials. Ships from different species will face each other in controlled battles using non-lethal versions of their weapons. The tests happen in a secured space zone marked by energy barriers. Captain Blake arrives at the command center early. Through the massive viewing windows, he watches alien crews preparing their ships. Each vessel shows off its advanced technology. Shields flicker to life. Weapons systems glow with power. Engines burn with exotic energy. The trial schedule appears on screens throughout the station. Earth's Thunder will face 3 opponents in sequence. First comes the Star Union cruiser, Silver Blade, then the Helix destroyer Stormcaller. Finally, if the humans somehow survive, they meet the Iron Fleet battleship Mountain Crusher. The alien commanders gather in the viewing gallery. They treat the trials like entertainment. Bets flow freely on which human ship system will fail first. I give them 5 minutes against the Silver Blade, Commander Vex announces. Her crew laughs and agrees. Admiral Kex studies the betting odds. The humans might last longer if they run away quickly enough. Their ship looks fast, at least. General Zane pounds his fist on a table. My Mountain Crusher will not even need to fire. One look at its weapons will make the humans surrender. Blake ignores the comments and focuses on his crew. The Thunder's bridge shows none of the fancy displays found on alien ships. Simple screens show basic information. Manual controls. Replace automated systems. Everything looks primitive by galactic standards. Are the systems ready? Blake asks his weapons officer, Lieutenant Mark Stone. Stone checks his instruments. All systems green, Captain. The main gun is charged and ready. Dr. Park reviews her engineering reports. Power levels are stable. The reactor is running at minimal output to avoid detection. Blake nods. Earth's secret weapon relies on hiding its true capabilities. The Thunder appears weak because most of its systems stay powered down until needed. The first trial begins. The Thunder and Silver Blade enter the combat zone from opposite sides. The Star Union ship moves with graceful curves, its hull reflecting light like liquid metal. Energy shields shimmer around it in rainbow colors. The Silver Blade immediately begins evasive maneuvers. It spins and dances through space while its weapons charge. Particle beams lance out toward the human ship. Blake's crew watches their screens as the enemy attacks approach. The alien weapons would punch through any normal ship's defenses. But the Thunder simply moves aside with surprising speed. Their shields are pathetic, Commander Vex observes from the gallery. Those particle beams should have crippled them by now. What the aliens cannot see is the Thunder's real defense system. Invisible fields around the ship deflect incoming energy. The technology uses principles that alien science has not discovered. The Silver Blade increases its attack rate. Dozens of energy beams streak through space. Some pass close to the human ship, but none find their mark. The Thunder moves through the storm of fire without taking damage. How are they avoiding everything? Vex demands. Her tactical officers study their sensors, but find no answers. Blake waits patiently for the right moment. The alien ship focuses, so hard on attacking that it forgets about defense. When the silver blade lines up for a killing shot, Blake gives his order. Fire. Lieutenant Stone presses a single button. The Thunder's main weapon activates for the first time in front of Alien. Eyes. Nothing visible happens at first. No beam shoots out. No missile launches. The weapon makes no sound in the vacuum of space. Then the silver blade simply stops moving. Every system on the Star Union ship shuts down at once. Lights go out. Engines die. Weapons power down. The ship drifts helplessly in space like a dead. Hulk. Silence fills the viewing gallery. The alien commanders stare in shock. Their sensors show no energy discharge from the human ship. No projectile crosses space between the vessels. Yet somehow, the silver blade lies completely disabled. What just happened? Admiral Kex whispers. Blake's voice comes over the communication system. Trial 1 complete. The Thunder is ready for the next opponent. Emergency teams rush to help the Silver Blade's crew. They find everyone alive, but confused. The ship's systems remain dead despite all attempts to restart them. Dr. Park allows herself a small smile. Electromagnetic pulse cannon, Mark 7, she explains quietly to Blake. It sends a focused pulse that overloads all electronic systems in the target. The second opponent, Helix destroyer Stormcaller, enters the combat zone. But its crew now approaches with caution instead of confidence. The easy victory they expected has become something much more dangerous. Asterisk. The Stormcaller moves into position with careful precision. Admiral Kex speaks to his crew over open communications so everyone can hear his strategy. The humans used some kind of trick weapon, he announces. Probably a one-shot device they cannot use again. We will stay at maximum range and destroy them with our heavy plasma cannons. The Helix destroyer is twice the size of the human ship. Its hull glows with internal energy. It powers massive weapons. 3 main cannons extend from its front section. Like spears of light. Blake studies his opponent through the tactical display. They are keeping their distance. Smart move, but it will not help them. The Thunder begins moving toward the enemy ship. Its engines push it forward at what appears to be a moderate speed. The aliens watching from the gallery shake their heads at the human tactics. They are charging straight at a superior opponent, General Zane observes. Humans really do prefer simple solutions to complex problems. The Stormcaller fires its first salvo. 3 beams of superheated plasma streak across space toward the human ship. Each beam carries enough energy to vaporize a city block. The Thunder suddenly changes direction. It moves sideways faster than any ship its size should be able to manage. The plasma beams pass harmlessly by. Admiral Kex frowns at his tactical display. How did they accelerate so quickly? Our sensors show no thruster activity. What the aliens cannot detect is the Thunder's gravity manipulation system. Earth scientists learned to control gravitational fields after studying crashed alien technology. But humans improved the design beyond anything the original builders. Imagine. The human ship dances between incoming fire with impossible grace. It moves up, down, left, and right without showing any visible means of propulsion. Plasma beams that should hit empty space instead, as the Thunder seems to predict where each shot will go. This is impossible, Kex mutters. No ship can change direction that quickly without crushing its crew. Inside the Thunder, the crew feels no acceleration forces. The gravity system protects them from the crushing effects of high-speed maneuvers. They sit comfortably while their ship performs feats that would kill ordinary pilots. The distance between ships closes rapidly. The Stormcaller increases its rate of fire in desperation. Dozens of plasma beams light up the space between the Yusai vessels. The alien crew pours everything they have into stopping the advancing human ship. Blake waits until the range drops to exactly where he wants it. Fire Weapon 2. Lieutenant Stone activates a different system. This time, something does shoot out from the thunder. A small projectile races toward the enemy ship at incredible speed. The projectile appears as just a tiny dot on alien sensors. The Stormcaller's point defense systems ignore it completely. Why waste ammunition on something so small? The tiny projectile hits the destroyer's forward section and punches through the hull like it was made of paper. It exits through the rear of the ship, leaving a perfectly round hole. Atmosphere vents from both holes in white streams. Emergency alarms sound throughout the Helix vessel. Damage control teams rush to seal the breach. Impossible, Admiral Kex stares at his damage reports. What kind of projectile can penetrate our armor like that? Dr. Park explains quietly to her captain. Kinetic penetrator. Dense metal core accelerated to 0.97 light speed. At that velocity, mass becomes irrelevant. The Stormcaller tries to continue fighting despite its damage. But the tiny hole has severed critical systems throughout the ship. Weapons lose power. Engines sputter and fail. The destroyer begins spinning helplessly. Blake's voice reaches the alien crew. Surrender now, and we will provide assistance. Continue fighting and face total destruction. Admiral Kex has no choice. His ship cannot fight or flee. We surrender. The viewing gallery falls silent again. 2 advanced alien warships have fallen to the primitive human vessel. The observers begin to realize that Earth's military technology is far more dangerous than it appears. General Zane studies the tactical recordings with growing concern. How fast was that projectile moving? Our sensors barely registered it. The trial officials announced the results. Earth wins the second engagement in under 10 minutes. The thunder shows no damage and minimal energy expenditure. Captain Blake requests permission to proceed immediately to the final trial. The Mountain Crusher waits in a separate zone, its massive bulk bristling with the heaviest weapons in the galaxy. Are you certain you want to continue? The trial coordinator asks. You have already proven your ship's capabilities. Blake's response carries across all communication channels. We came here to show what humans can do. One more demonstration should make our point clear. The alien commanders exchange worried glances. What other surprises does the simple Earth ship carry? Asterisk the Mountain Crusher dwarfs every other ship in the combat zone. General Zane's flagship stretches nearly 2 kilometers from bow to stern. Massive armor plates cover its hull like scales on a metal dragon. Weapon ports dot its surface by the hundreds. Blake studies the enemy vessel from the Thunder's bridge. His ship looks like a toy next to the Iron Fleet battleship. The size difference should make this fight impossible to win. Captain, are you sure about this? Dr. Park asks quietly. That ship carries enough firepower to level a continent. Blake nods grimly. Earth needs to send a clear message today. No more holding back. In the viewing gallery, the alien observers discuss what they have seen. The human ship has defeated 2 opponents with weapons they do not understand. But the Mountain Crusher represents pure destructive power that cannot be overcome by tricks. Size matters in space combat, General Zane declares over the communications. My ship has armor 3 meters thick. No human weapon can penetrate it. The battleship moves slowly toward the center of the combat zone. Its massive engines push against tremendous inertia. Weapon systems begin charging with power that makes nearby space itself glow. The Thunder advances to meet its opponent. The human ship looks fragile next to the metal mountain approaching it. Spectators lean forward to watch what many believe will be Earth's first defeat. All weapons are charged and ready, Lieutenant Stone reports. Blake reviews his tactical options one final time. The aliens expect another demonstration of unknown technology. They think humans rely on surprise and deception to win battles. Today, we show them the truth, Blake announces to his crew. No more hiding. No more pretending to be weak. General Zane opens fire with everything his ship carries. Energy beams, plasma bolts, kinetic rounds, and gravity bombs streak toward the tiny human vessel. The barrage contains enough destructive force to shatter a moon. The thunder does not dodge this time. It flies straight into the storm of incoming fire. The alien weapons strike an invisible barrier around the human ship. Energy beams spread out harmlessly. Plasma bolts disappear into nothing. Solid projectiles stop in mid-flight and drift away. Impossible. Zane shouts. Nothing can stop that much firepower. Blake's response comes over open channels for everyone to hear. You wanted to see human technology. Now you will understand why Earth has no fear of any alien race. The thunder suddenly changes. Systems that have remained hidden throughout the trials activate for the first time. The ship's hull begins to glow with internal energy. New weapon ports open along its surface. Dr. Park monitors her readings with satisfaction. Full power output achieved. All weapon systems online. What the aliens have been watching is not Earth's newest warship. It is humanity's oldest design, built with technology from the previous century. The real human fleet waits in Earth's solar system with capabilities that dwarf even this demonstration. Blake gives his final order. Fire everything. A thunder unleashes its true arsenal. Beams of pure energy lance out from dozens of hidden weapons. Each beam carries more power than the alien ships generated with their main guns. The focused fire strikes the mountain crusher with devastating precision. The battleship's armor, so thick it was considered impenetrable, begins to glow and melt. Sections of the hull simply vanish under the human attack. Internal explosions light up the massive vessel from within. General Zane watches his ship die around him. How is this possible? Our intelligence said humans were centuries behind us. The truth hits the alien observers like a physical blow. Earth has not been trying to catch up to galactic technology. Humanity has surpassed it completely. The simple appearance of human ships hides capabilities that no alien race can match. Within seconds, the mountain crusher breaks apart. Its massive hull splits into burning fragments that drift away from the battle zone. Emergency beacons activate as the crew abandons ship. Blake immediately orders his weapons to cease firing. Send rescue ships. We do not kill defeated enemies. The silence in the viewing gallery lasts for long minutes. Every alien representative stares at the destruction of what they considered an invincible warship. The human vessel floats calmly. Among the wreckage, showing no signs of damage or stress. Commander Vex finally breaks the silence. What are you? Blake's answer carries across the galaxy as news reports spread the story. We are humans. We come from a world where survival requires strength. We have learned to build weapons that ensure our survival. The combat trials end with Earth's complete victory. But more importantly, they mark the moment when the galaxy realizes that humanity is not seeking to join galactic civilization. Earth intends to lead it. News of Earth's victory spreads across the galaxy within hours. Every major news network broadcasts footage of the thunder destroying the mountain crusher. The images shock civilizations that have known peace for centuries. On the station, alien delegates gather in emergency sessions. The comfortable order of galactic politics has shattered in a single afternoon. Species that considered themselves the strongest, military powers now face the reality of human superiority. Captain Blake stands in the main conference room, surrounded by the galaxy's most powerful leaders. Their earlier mockery has transformed into fearful respect. Nobody makes jokes about human technology anymore. Admiral Keck speaks first, his voice shaken. What do you want from us? What are Earth's demands? Blake considers his words carefully. Earth wants peace, but peace on our terms. The alien leaders exchange glances. They have heard similar words from conquerors throughout history. Usually, such statements precede invasion and occupation. "We will not bow to human dominance," General Zane declares, though his voice lacks its former confidence. "The Iron Fleet still commands thousands of ships." Blake nods respectfully. "Your courage is admirable, General. But consider this. The Thunder is not our newest ship. It was built 50 years ago with outdated technology. Our current fleet carries weapons that make today's demonstration look primitive. The revelation sends shock waves through the assembly. If a half-century-old human ship can destroy the galaxy's best warships, what can their modern vessels accomplish?" Dr. Park activates a holographic display showing Earth's solar system. Dozens of ships orbit the human homeworld, each one larger and more advanced than the Thunder. The display zooms in to show details of weapons that make alien technology look like toys. "This is Earth's home defense fleet," Blake explains. "We have similar forces protecting our colonies and trade routes. Humanity has been preparing for contact with hostile alien races for over a century." Commander Vex studies the hologram with growing horror. "How many ships do you have?" "Enough," Blake replies simply. The truth becomes clear to every observer. Humans have not been hiding because they were weak. They concealed their strength to study alien capabilities before revealing their own. Earth knew exactly how powerful. Its enemies were before making contact. The Galactic Council President, an ancient being named Elder Root, finally speaks. "What happens now? Do you plan to conquer us all?" Blake shakes his head. "Humans prefer cooperation to conquest. We want trade agreements, technology exchanges, and mutual defense treaties. But these arrangements must recognize Earth's military dominance. The aliens realize they have no choice. Fighting humanity would result in their complete destruction. Accepting human leadership offers a chance for survival and prosperity. Over the following hours, treaties take shape. Earth will become the new center of galactic government. Human ships will patrol space lanes and enforce peace between species. Alien races can maintain their independence in exchange for accepting human authority. The agreements include technology sharing that benefits everyone. Humans offer advanced weapons to their allies and medical technology that can extend alien lifespans. In return, Earth gains access to alien science that improves human colonies and industries. Some species resist the new order. The Star Union attempts to form an alliance against human expansion. 3 minor races threaten to close their borders to human ships. Blake's response is swift and decisive. A single human destroyer visits each rebellious system. The ships do not fire weapons or make threats. They simply demonstrate their capabilities by disabling orbital defense platforms with surgical precision. The message reaches every corner of the galaxy. Resistance is futile, but cooperation brings rewards. Within months, trade between Earth and alien worlds increases dramatically. Human technology helps solve problems that have plagued some species for generations. Alien knowledge advances human science in unexpected directions. The Thunder returns to Earth as a symbol of humanity's emergence as a galactic power. Parades celebrate the crew's success, but the real celebration happens in the halls of government, where new policies shape the future. Blake receives promotion to Admiral and command of Earth's expanding fleet. His first assignment is establishing human bases in key systems throughout the galaxy. The bases will serve as centers for trade and diplomacy, but everyone understands their real purpose. Earth has announced its presence to the galaxy in terms that cannot be misunderstood. Humanity will no longer hide in the shadows of space. The human race has claimed its place as the dominant species among the stars. The story ends with Blake standing on the bridge of Earth's newest flagship, watching alien ships escort human freighters through space that was once forbidden to Earth vessels. The galaxy has learned to respect human strength. They will never mock Earth's warships again. The End Asterisk.